Hi everyone. So, end of the year is coming up, Christmas in a few days, and there's been an awful lot of updates coming out of various different PKM apps. So let's get to it and let's see what's in store for us. Some of the news were a bit unexpected, others were a bit shocking, and others really were to be expected. So let's see what's in store for us in this latest update of PKM Weekly. So Capacities, they've got the new release, the end of year release, the last one for 2024, called release number 44, and there's an awful lot of things that they've done. So tablet app, that's now available to everyone, so you can download it either on iOS or Google Play Android. So just go to the store and download that. Cross-platform availability, so they've now added Linux and Windows ARM as natively available. So now it's available on just about every single device or operating system. New languages, they've added French, Spanish and Hungarian. So you can now change these languages in addition to German and English within the app itself in settings. And in the settings you will find that you can submit feedback if you spot anything or you want to tweak anything within the languages. And then there's been various different updates in terms of labeling, unifying, various different designs, and they've just made it a little bit more easier on the eyes, although from the Discord I did see that the white is too white in low light environments, so hopefully they'll give us the chance to change that or might tone it down a little bit. And then, as with everything, there's been other fixes and improvements, and you can see the full change log here with a lot of things that the team go through and they explain it in more detail. What else we have? We've got bottom-up note-taking in Capacity. So Daniel, he spent hours in Notion perfecting his system, basically worked for a while, and then he'd find that it would all come crashing down, have to restart, do it all over again, and then inevitably the same thing would happen over and over again. So what he's found that he's been using Capacities for a while now, and he's built up a system, and he wanted to share that system with us, and you can read about it in here on his blog. So how his principles, his methods, what he goes through, how he does it, why he does it, and there's different hints and tips that he goes through. So definitely worthwhile checking this out from Daniel. Great post, and thank you Daniel for posting it. I did take quite a lot out of it. And if you're doing a PhD and you're using Capacities as your note-taking companion, Louis gives us some tips of how they basically structure their Capacities with the using Zotero and other apps that basically allows them to capture everything that they need. So you can read through these ones and see how they work and how they use it. They do conclude though that it is easier if you're going to rely on Zotero alone to do something like this in Obsidian, but if you do like Capacities, you can make it work with a bit of workarounds, and you can find that it will be prettier and more enjoyable to use. So something to keep an eye on, and do check that out in the Discord if you want to find more details. Obsidian, so is Obsidian for sale? Or rather, Bending Spoons wants to try and buy Obsidian, it seems, from this email that Capano posted on Twitter. And basically, it just goes through of, we like that Obsidian listens to users, we like the community, we like the app, and we basically want to discuss Bending Spoons potentially acquiring Obsidian. A bit left field, did come out of the blue, so an interesting one. Lots and lots of comments within Twitter, so do check this link out here if you do want to see some of the responses that people posted, because there was an awful lot and some very interesting comments as well. So you can see 317 replies, a lot of views, and a lot of people expressing their discontent, let's say, that this was even being suggested. But as with everything, it was one side of the coin, and Capano did write, in case it wasn't obvious, the answer is no, we are not interested. So interesting turn of events. Capano though did also ask what you would like to see in Obsidian in 2025, and they posted that on Reddit and Twitter. So from my quick overview of what's been posted, the main requests are dynamic views, so a bit like data view but just built in and a lot more visual. PDF annotation, so without the PDF++ or without other different plugins, but inbuilt. Some canvas improvements. There's a few pricing issues that could they offer a lower price. I think Obsidian's already very low for what you can get for the money's worth, so I'm not sure that's going to come about. And open source the code, that was one that I saw time and time again. So it's going to be interesting to see what Obsidian works on in 2025. And last but not least, Obsidian also released an update just before the end of the year, 1.8.0. It is only available to early access, and what it does, the main thing is a web viewer. So you've got an inbuilt, call it browser, that you can browse the web from within Obsidian. I saw posts on Twitter about people paying their bills and then linking the notes to it, people doing research from within Obsidian. And the good thing is that on the left-hand side or the right, you can have your Obsidian notes, and on the other side, you can have the web browser. A little bit like split screen, let's be honest, but it's now all inbuilt, and it allows just for easier copying and pasting and tweaking the different windows within Obsidian and within the layout that you can get there. And a few other changes that have been implemented from the team. And in fact, this was only a handful because, if I remember right, there was an awful lot, so do check that out. Logseq, what they've done, they've enhanced, or they're planning to enhance the left sidebar. So what this basically does is, there's not a video, but you can find the video on GitHub. You can basically see and play around with what's shown as the various different options. A bit of sprucing up, a bit of tidying. So I think it's Charlie that's leading this, so well done Charlie for taking the initiative, because I think it just makes the left-hand sidebar a lot easier to use and a lot more customizable. So can't wait to see that one being live. DB app, DB version. So just now you can only test the DB version on test.logseq.com. There was a post on Discord which basically seems to suggest that sometime in January, possibly, they're going to start to cut apps, so we will be able to test it out with local apps as opposed to just testing it out through the browser. So hopefully that's going to go well, and mid-January or so, sometime in January, we will see how the apps work. And it should be a lot easier just to test it out, see how it saves it, import, export, all of that different things. Performance-wise as well. A lot of the onus on the Logseq DB version was on performance, so we shall see if that's going to come to fruition. And OP asks, basically, I'm moving from Obsidian to Logseq due to company requirements. I guess open source and seeing the code would be my guess of why. And he's just asking, or sorry, they are just asking, what's the unique things about Logseq and how it compares really to Obsidian. Quite a few responses in Reddit, so do check that out if you're also interested. Tana had quite a few updates. So they had the office hours, last one of the year, with Matt and Brage, and quite interesting to see that Matt was wearing a Christmas jumper in 35 degrees heat, while Brage was the only one of the team not wearing a Christmas jumper and being nice and relaxed. So well done for that one. What they did announce though is that they had another round of fundraising. Didn't say the amount that they were able to raise, but they did say it's allowing them to hire, or they've already hired, a couple of new people. One's meant to start January with the other one February. Not too sure exactly what on, but it sounded like it was more related to AI and possibly performance. So looking forward to that one. Android app, there was a preview of it, looking good. You can see the video and you can check it out, the preview there. Apparently mid-January it's going to be a closed beta testing group and then hopefully be expanded shortly thereafter. It's going to be a little bit behind the iOS app. The couple of devs of Android, they've got a little bit of catching up to do, but the advantage is that they can take a lot of the feedback that's received from the iOS app and already implement it. A surprising one was the AI models. So now you're not limited just to ChatGPT. They have allowed Claude and Grok, so you can run AI using these two models. How it's going to work, I'm not too sure, but there was a preview within the video. So if you're interested, do check that out. And they did say it's the first of many, so we'll see what other models they add in. And then the one that everyone expects and wants is the edit mobile notes on the iOS app. So that's going to be made available in due course, because they did show a preview of it and it does look and work as it says on the tin. So do check that out. A good 50 minutes, enjoyable, so well done the team. They also announced some price changes. So there's going to be 3 levels as opposed to just the 2. There's the free one, which the main changes are really, from what I can make out, 20,000 nodes limit and 5 super tags, in addition to 10 default super tags that come in, and you will be able to edit these 10 super tags, so really it's 15 super tags. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people say that's too low. It's not really a free plan, it's more of a free trial, but Olav and Target are thinking, and the team are thinking about it and may tweak that, so do keep an eye on it. And don't be disappointed just yet if you are one of these people that uses free, because things might change. They've introduced a plus plan, $8 a month. It's basically a bit of a in between the Pro, or what used to be the Core, and the free plan. You can basically do quite a lot of things: unlimited nodes, unlimited super tags, workspaces, etc., and a relatively modest 2,000 AI credits. And then also on the Pro plan, that's just the same as what used to be called the Core. It's just a bit of a renaming mechanism. So lots of things being done there. And also on the call, they did say they still plan to release it to the public, as in make it available to everyone, very soon. So if you haven't already, do check out the Slack and make sure that you have your Product Hunt account set up so that you can vote for Tana if that's your app of choice, or if you want to. Ev, she came up with a methodology of basically how to save time every morning. So rather than just do the monotonous things every morning and then waste time, she set up a system within Tana that she basically explains how she has saved time in the morning, going through various different steps and methods. So she explains it here in a lot of details, videos, links, thoughts. So do check that out from Ev, because it's very insightful, and it may allow you to save some time in the morning. AppFlowy, what they've done is they've just released a new update, Simple Tables 2.0. So it basically allows you to do a lot more things within the tables, UX UI improvements, revamped page for AI chat, and improved AppFlowy AI services. So do check that out on the update. RemNote's another one that's got a few updates at 1.18.20. Different bugs, fixes. There was quite a lot within the page, so do check it out within the RemNote app, or the RemNote feedback, because there's quite a few there that they've improved, in addition to other things. AnyType, what they've done, again, another release, end of year release, 0.44. Dates as an object, simple formulas, quality of life improvements, and a lot of bug fixes. So I've not shown the demos here, but if you go to the link and you go to the community, you will be able to see what exactly is data as an object, how it works, a few demos, simple formulas, how they work. So basically allows you to do counts, sums, percentages, and a few other things. Quality of life improvements, quite a few, just basically making the app easier to use and a lot more straightforward, and a lot of bug fixes that they've done. So quite a few comments here as well, so do check that out if you're interested. And last but not least, Orca 0.20.1 has been released, and again just includes various different bug fixes, deleting tags, references, table blocks, etc. So a lot of work going on by Seth Yuan behind the scenes on Orca. And if you haven't checked it out already, please do, because every week that I see it, it's improving a lot. And it's got a lot of things going for it. And let's just see if we can bring up a quick demo again. And you can see here how it looks. You've got the calendar, you can do daily notes, you can do queries, you can do outline, full form. You can do a lot of things within the app already. And there's a lot of things still to come. Although I still don't think you can import your notes from other apps, but we shall see what happens with that. So that's it for this week. So I can only say thank you very much and Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks, bye.